on, baby. Football Power Hour. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Oh my God. We are back like we never left, and we're back in the natural habitat. Matter of fact, we were back yesterday. I hope you got a chance to check out the good, the bad, the ugly. We had a very, very interesting conversation with Joe Blackman and also a couple of other reckless delegates. And my lord, we're gonna continue this conversation. Matter of fact, obviously, I had a little bit of a moment of reflection, and I was like, we haven't actually had a proper conversation about the Man United players that need to be gone from this club this summer transfer window, and I think we're gonna take this opportunity to do that. And just like when you have a house and you're buying furniture, you need to make sure that you make room for the new furniture, you know? And it's time for us to figure out which furniture is actually get it out the door. So, anyway, my name is Botswana Papi. I hope you are welcome to this parts of town and you feel welcome to this parts of town. And I want to just say, if you have not hit the like button yet, what are you doing? Get out of here, man. Let's get this show started, shall we? Bruno Fernandes! First things first, I want to make sure that I say hello. Big shout out to everybody that's in the house. Happy Monday. Happy Monday to you, Yale. Happy Monday to you, Kenny Fan TV. Is back to Kenny Fan TV or Kenny Football TV? This guy and his personality switches. He was Kenny Football TV and now he's Kenny Fan TV. Man, you need to let us know. Keep us up to date. When you drop that, here we go, Kenny Football TV will support you. Or if you're going to stay as Fan TV, just still let us know. Imran Khan Chilwell ain't going to come. We are linked with that Girona left back, according to Fabrizio. I like that you mentioned that. We'll start the show, obviously, first with the latest Man United news, looking at especially what the as people like to call him, Ornstein says, and also what Fabrizio says. Yeah, basically my Twitter, basically when I type T, or yeah, it's X, but even though I type T on my browser, it goes straight to Fabrizio. I don't know if it's like that for you guys, but quick little look at Fabrizio's updates. This one is about half an hour ago, and it says, Como are confident to get final green light from Rafael Varane this week. The proposal remains valid on the table up to Varane and his family as exclusively revealed. Okay. Yeah, we know Rafael Varane has been gone anyway. So, yeah, good to see him figure out his next step. And after the Varane update, there's obviously the Mason Greenwood update, and Olympic Marseille have sent in a formal bid to Manchester United for Mason Greenwood. Man United open to loan with obligation to buy, sell-on clause included. Sell-on clause, please. We all know Mason is most likely leaving. Like that's it's not about footballing talent at this point, but it's just the fact of the matter. And we are tired of this period of limbo. We just need people to get some closure and we move on. We know that, things happened and we want to just kind of just get a little bit of like, what's the next step? And I feel like maybe include a buyback clause. What about five years from now when Greenwood is a totally different man? And maybe could we include that buyback option? I don't know. Other people obviously feel strongly about this. They say, dude, she shouldn't be for sale. He's better than everything that's out there in the market. But guess what? There is a guy. Oh my lord! I laughed when I saw this. By the way, there is a guy who is the current president of Lazio. His name is Lotito. This is what Lotito had to say. The deal to sign Mason Greenwood was close last year, but then it collapsed at the final stages. Now, I have one more name on the list. I can't share the name, but he's 10 times better than Greenwood.
Oh my God! Jesus is Lord!
Oh God, Mr. Latito got jokes, you know. Like, let's put everything else aside and look at football. Footballing. Come on, man. Who is 10 times better than Greenwood? The Lazio president believes he has a name on the list that is 10 times better than Greenwood. I think there's a lot of cap in that. It's the type of opinion that make you go hawk to with that opinion, please. Oh man. Anyway, shout out to Lucky as well in the building, saying Greenwood on the Mason Greenwood stuff, saying once deal to Valencia of France or Olympique Marseille, says Lucky. Yep. I think that is the conversation is starting to heat up, and we'll be actually talking more and more about him in the next few days. You know, and Greenwood, Lindelof once moved done. Oh, there's a lot. There's a lot going on. We are here to do business, says King. Shout out to King. I hope you had a good weekend, my king. We're here for business. What's the Mason Greenwood business now? Mason Greenwood now and Manchester United will ready advance deal Marseille or Valencia with a double check from Lucky Fabrizio Singh. Shout out to you, Lucky, for that. Kenny says this Lazio president is smoking elite bud blood. Right? It's one of those you're like, how does somebody get to say that opinion in public and get away with it? Like, seriously? Oh man, I laughed when I saw that. Lister Latito needs to be checked. He needs to do a medical. Lazio president made himself look like the biggest clown in football. Bigger clown than the Glazers. Exactly, Yale.
No, 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 no.
And to be called a bigger clown than the Glazers, it takes a lot, if you ask me. So, anyway, I want to make sure that we also look at what's the other update? Let's see. Who could he really be talking about though? Is he thinking about Cole Palmer? Because Cole Palmer is not better than Greenwood. He said 10 times better than Greenwood. I just can't figure it out. We'll be looking at who Lazio is signing for sure, and we're gonna compare and figure out how did this Lazio president become president with his footballing opinions, right? With an opinion like that, I am just so curious. All right, let's quickly switch our focus to the on and see what is the latest from on. 5 hours ago, Mason Greenwood reported to Carrington this morning for a short meeting with Man United execs. He did not train, discussed latest on finding new club, then left. Marseille is in pole position after they and Lazio made firm offers and entered advanced talks. This is per the on. Damn, it's really happening. It's really happening. You know what's really happening? Man United working to finalize signing of Bologna striker Joshua Zexi. This time, Ineos is moving as if they're always on time. I like this. I like this Xerxes guy. I'm so excited about him. Matter of fact, I'm excited to the extent that I want to share this. I think before we talk about the clear out, we have to quickly look at what's going on here with the guy. What's going on here with Joshua Xerxes? Like, we need to kind of appreciate exactly what we are getting, because I know there's some people in the fan base that are not particularly moved by Xerxes, and fair enough. It takes a lot to move Man United players nowadays, especially after the trauma that we've been involved in the last couple of, like, you know, um last decade, let's say. It's been a tumultuous decade. So quickly, let's continue. Let's appreciate the skill set that Joshua Xerxes is going to be giving us. Look at how he ranks versus other forwards and his strengths and weaknesses really quickly. This right here is a nice little graph that will kind of give us a little bit of a nice appreciation on Xerxes. You can see right now he 89th percentile successful take-ons. That's the first standout. Obviously clearances. You still want him to be involved. With defensive actions as well, even though you're a forward, because you start defending from the front. But what's particularly interesting that I want to point out right now is the fact that you know um, Erling Haaland, his height is 6'4". Joshua Xerxes, his height is also 6'4".
Oh my God!
Now, if you look at Haaland and Zexi, the thing that's really nice about him, for me, from just like the um, couple of like compilation videos that I've seen, I won't come out here and lie to you like some of the Twitter guys and say I've been watching Xerxes, all his games and so forth. I'm not that kind of person at all, but I'm confident enough to tell you that from what I've seen, this is a guy who does not come out particularly as like a tall player. He is coming here with some skills that are so interesting. And the thing that I want to highlight is his link up play. It is so, so good. You can see that like he's also really good with the progressive carries and progressive passes as well. He's somebody who's looking on to feed other um, forwards, other members of the forwards, like say the wingers, when he drops deep and comes to collect that ball. So Xerxes, he has a good pass completion rate, 86% passes attempted. Look at that. This is where he ranks in terms of his percentile versus other forwards. And this is based on Serie A last season. Another thing that I wanted to mention about his height is that we know it feels like what I've seen is that he doesn't score a lot with his head, and that's a game that he has to develop. That's something that he needs to, you know, take to the next level. And this is what he is actually going to be needing to improve, and that's where Ruud van Nistelrooy walks in. That's where Renee Huck and the rest of the coaching stuff walk in. So I'm actually excited about this. And I feel like if you're a Man United player, if you're a Man United fan, you should be excited too, because this guy is a little bit of an anomaly. He does not come off as that guy who is clanky. Like Haaland, when Haaland is good at finishing, I'll give you that, right? I compared the height, 6'4" to 6'4". But one thing that is noticeable about Haaland is after he receives that ball, you can sometimes even from the TV tell, oh, he's trying to shift to his left. He's like a Mack truck. He's like a fire truck, a construction truck trying to, shift. Like when he dribbles, it's not smooth. It's not fluid. You know, It's like those people that know, I'm not going to say a race, but those people that don't know how to dance. When they're trying to dance, there's some people that you're like, man, it's lacking that like flavor. But Xerxes comes in with that. And for me, I cannot help but think about the fact that if say hypothetically speaking, Jadon Sancho stays and figures out the thing with Ten Hag, and then he decides, you know what, we're gonna squash this. We're gonna, hypothetically speaking, right? We're gonna put this behind us and start afresh. The link up between Xerxes and Jadon Sancho.
Oh my God!
Oh, we would terrorize. King says he's a unicorn. That's the word I was looking for when I said anomaly. For real. He is a unicorn. Like he says, Joshua Zexi Matthias, the late fee will be agreed. Medical is getting in the books very soon. We'll be having that medical. Hopefully, it'll be sometime this week, man. And I would be also hoping that we also get the Ugarte deal, over the line. That's the assignments for this week. I just want to hear a proper Fabrizio.
Here we go.
Xerxes done. Delict done. Ogate done. Then we move on to the left back, and then another center back. Because with Delict, I don't feel like we are necessarily in a we've solved everything. Something that I also want to quickly before we wrap up on Xerxes, by the way, is the fact that he is. This is another little excerpt that I saw that I wanted to share with you, and that might give you a little bit of perspective on who Xerxes is. I think King says compared him to Firmino, right? We had a call the other day, I think like last week or something like that in a show, and King says, this guy is like his numbers. Do not worry about his numbers. If you're one of the stats merchants who likes to look at what are we getting stats wise, sometimes you may not be able to get really a proper player's quantification through stats only. And Xerxes seems like that kind of person. An excerpt that I wanted to share is Xerxes is a fluid dribbler who glides past defenders. Glides. Quantic glider. Who's gonna be like a defender try to touch him? He's like, huh? Let me go and shoot, man. He likes to receive the ball with his back to goal on the half turn, and he can spin his marker or bring teammates into action with outstanding hold up play. Hit the like button if you are here for outstanding hold up play. Hit the like button if you are here for somebody who can actually receive the ball with his back to goal on the half turn and do what he needs to do without losing possession of the ball. I don't know if you guys saw Brazil's last game in the Copa America. I think what's his name? The guy with the big thighs. Name again, Brazilian boy, Hendrick. I nearly said Jimi Hendrix. Hendrick. Hendrick had like 26 touches and lost the ball 25 out of 26 touches.
Oh my God!
That's because obviously Brazil were not playing to his strengths. But being a central striker, being a center forward is no easy task. And Xerxes coming in and looking like a player with the type of attributes that we need to evolve him into a more complete center forward in the future. And this is what's so special about this guy. And also, I want to mention how he strikes the ball, how we looked at his passing, like right there, you can see that graph about his passing ability. And this is something that we really need to be happy about. So big up to Jay Xerxes. I think it's just a matter of time until he's a red. Bobby Firmino regen, says King. I like it. Rude first day with some players was today. Rude was in the house. Rude was not polite today. And that's exciting, Imran Khan. Big up to you. Big up to Brendan as well as saying, if you want to know who Xerxes is, look at his academy history. All right, Brendan. I was wrapping up on Xerxes. Let's look at his academy history. Let's look at his academy history. If you do not know much about where he's been ever since he was in under 17 or even prior to that, we shall uncover this right now. So he was with Spartan Youth in 2013 and went to ADO Youth, right? This is in the Netherlands. Went from ADO Youth to Feyenoord Youth. Feyenoord Youth to FC Bayern under 17. Under 17 in 2018, he went from Bayern under 17 to the under 19. Steady progression. I didn't say steady Eddie, I just said steady progression. Then from Bayern under 19, he went to the second team, FC Bayern 2, right? And then eventually made it into the Bayern Munich team in 2020. Now, after that, there was a loan transfer, and Bayern Munich sent him to Parma in 2021. You can raise a little bit of an eyebrow and say, why couldn't he make it into the Bayern Munich first team? But we all know how stacked Bayern Munich was, especially 2021. When did Lewandowski went to Barcelona in what? Let's double check. That was he was still at Bayern Munich at that time, right? Yeah, Lewandowski joined Barca from Bayern Munich in 2022 for around 43 million euros. So there was no really clear path for Xerxes then. And not only that, remember when Lewandowski made that move to Barcelona, like there was still prospects of him potentially renewing his contract. So I don't blame him for saying, you know what, if Parma want me on loan, I'm gonna go to Parma. And then whatever. After the Parma stint, he went back to Bayern Munich, and then went to Anderlecht. And then after Anderlecht, he went back to Bayern Munich, and then from Bayern Munich, he went back to Bologna. You know what this looks like to me? This dossier, Joshua Xerxes' dossier, reeks like Martin Odegaard's dossier. Odegaard maybe probably had less than 10 appearances for Real Madrid, but every time he came back to Real Madrid, there was just too much going on. There was the likes of Ozil, there was the likes of there was just too much talent ahead of him. Isco was there. He couldn't even get in. So that's why I see a little bit of that, like it's a little parallel looking at Bayern Munich as his home, and then every time he comes back home, he just gets sent off on loan like the prodigal son. It is crazy when you look at Xerxes' dossier that way. Big up to Brendan for allowing us or suggesting to us to look into his academy history as well. Obviously, we can go deeper with this and look at the number of appearances he had and so forth, and it'll be a more comprehensive analysis. But I do not want to dwell on Xerxes right now. I think that deserves a separate stream of its own. If you have not hit the like button and you're one of the, how many people do we have right now? Oh, we're also streaming to Instagram, by the way. Shout out to the people that are on Instagram. I see Hannah Coach Corner in the building. I'm gonna start to shout you guys out on Instagram as well. Big up to you, man. And the people that are also watching on X, I appreciate you. Kindly retweet and share, and also come to the YouTube side. That's the fun side. Wrapping up on Xerxes, Lucky says Xerxes with Rasmus Hollands will learn that game together. Like, I really hope you don't pin them up against each other. They need to feed off of each other and inspire each other. So shout out to Xerxes, man. I really, really hope it works out. I'm excited about this guy. I hope you are too. Um, Imran Khan with an exclusive bomber. Greenwood done. Greenwood gone.
Oh my God!
Is it really official? Imran Oinstein Khan, is it really official? Can you please provide the source and do not just like drop a bomba like that? Because we want to do that. Brendan says, if you do scouting like I did, you do see the difference between players that come up from top club academies and those that had to fight their way up. Big, big difference. Big up to Brendan for that. There has to be a difference between players, because at the same, what's a little bit said about top clubs is that it's not the place to come and nurture a talent sometimes has to be exceptionally phenomenal to be able to just pierce through a first team and say and merit, first team minutes. This is such a great segue. This is such a great segue to what I want to make sure that we focus on today. But before I do that, I want to also say, ooh, which striker is coming in? Says Imran Khan. I think that we said Xerxes, bro. Are you not excited about Xerxes, Khan? Brendan says, it's like the street smarts versus the book smarts, if that makes any sense. If you know, you know. Brendan, I get what you're saying about that. Did Ornstein drop a bomba? You see, now Imran Khan making us like derail for a little bit. Hold on. No, the last bomba that Ornstein dropped was the Mason Greenwood one, that which I just read a few minutes ago. So we shall hang on to that. We shall hang on to that one as the last real bomba that was dropped by Ornstein. Yeah, I wanna briefly how do I do this? I want to now like get into the players that should stay and the players that should leave at Manchester United, because this is a topic that we haven't properly addressed on this show. And I did a little, tier maker thing, and I just can't find it right now. I'm a 007 agent, I cannot find it. We might have to redo it again on the stream, which is fine. It's never a problem for me. It's just one of those things that I was like, I thought I was more organized than this, but now I guess I'm getting caught off guard by all these bombers that are losing track. Sorry, hold on. Let's see. Whatever. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. First of all, the main things that I want to obviously highlight when we're talking about outgoings, the clearance sale that we have to do is, I feel like the best way to look at it is to check out the players who are who are having contracts that are expiring, you know, because if your contract is expiring, it is it is it only makes sense for us to cash out right now while we still can as a club. It makes the most sense for us to do it right now. So there we go. I found it. I think I found the thing that I was looking for. So here we go. So this, and from there we're gonna do it this way. So it's important that we, when we're clearing out, when we're figuring out who has to leave, we have to first consider the players that are having contracts that are expiring in 2025, like end of down the last season, pretty much, especially the ones who do not have an option to extend, like a plus one deal on that contract. So that makes the short listing um, task so much easier, because if you don't do your business right, you will get caught out. And I'm so happy that we have a lot. The footballing IQ at Carrington today has tripled. If you did not know, the footballing IQ at La Carrington, has more than tripled or even quadrupled. So this is why, for me, I'm personally excited. I'm jubilant. I am optimistic, and I am looking forward to observing what moves they are making, these guys. So here we go. We're gonna do this. We're gonna go with this little tier maker that I just made not too long ago. I did is this, guys, to make this exercise very, very straightforward and simple, is that there is 4 or 5 tiers that we have to put these current Manchester United players in. I'm curious where you rank these players. Now, the first tier is the guaranteed starter tier, right? So here we go. Guaranteed starter tier. So the second tier is pretty much, I'm looking at this as like context, right? For context, this is very important at the beginning of the assignment, so that we actually are on the same page, and we're not, saying, huh? What? So the first thing that I want to mention is um, the players that will be heavily involved next season, right? There's guaranteed starter, there's players that will be involved heavily next season. There's the third tier that I'd call rotational, great rotational player. All right. And then players to loan out, and then players to sell. Here we go. I am actually redoing it right now, because there was something with the formatting that went wrong, but I don't think it'll take more than 30 seconds to redo. So here we go. Tier one, I'm writing it again. I'm doing this off of memory, by the way. Guaranteed starter. All right. Like no player should be guaranteed starter in essence, but in a squad, we all know the successful squads like that that we've observed. There's obviously players that once a team is settled, you can almost name the players. The starting 11. We would used to do that with Mikel Arteta's, starting 11 over the watch-alongs last season. We did that with Pep Guardiola's, even with Carlo Ancelotti. It's just like if there is a team that's gelling and a proper structure, you can almost tell who the guaranteed starter is. And then there'll be like one or two or three players that are often sometimes maybe they're not as consistent and stuff like that. So this is these tiers are based off of those observations. Big up to men like Ja in the house, Munch in the house. Out to Munch, heavily involved. And then the third tier, what did I say it was again? It was squad player, great squad player. And then after great squad player, I think we should just say loan out. And then the last one is the sell, the hawk sell. All right, there are the tiers. Boom. And then from there, how do I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to arrange this properly before I share it. Boom. Okay. All right. There we go. I think we should be good to go. I think I'm gonna share the screen now because my lord, I had to do some last minute formatting. Um oh man, it's got the other players too, the older ones I don't want to have in my squad. How do I get rid? This is such a disaster. Evening to you if you're just joining into the disaster right now. I was just doing some formatting right now, by the way, of a thing that I'm gonna share in a second. And here we go. Files for the tier. Good. All right. All right. All right. All right. So thing and not thing. There we go. So yeah. I What I was saying earlier on was that I pretty much downloaded. I went to the Men United website and then I looked at the players that are currently on the Men United website as the first team players, and then I made my sort of like you know I pretty much just made my list based off of those players. So here we go. Um, One more time. I'm doing this for the very last time. If it backfires again, then we might as well just do this verbally. There's the starter, there is the heavily involved, and then involved, and then there is the lone no, the great rotational player, because we're gonna be playing a lot of matches. Rotational player, and then loan, and then boom. Okay, so all right, all right, all right, all right. Let's share this screen that I've been working on. My lord, this was tough to do, but we finally did it. Boom. All right, here we go. Now, starter, heavily involved, great rotational. Where's the L? Rotational. Great rotation player. Great. It bothers me that the L can't fit loan and sell. I'll just put take out great. Rotational, that does not make a difference. Rotational player, rotation player, great rotation, rotation player. We're gonna leave it at rotation, but we understand. We understand what the assignment is trying to do. So here we go. So obviously, there's the man like Johnny Evans. I think Johnny Evans. I'm gonna be try and be quick with this. No loan, just sell, says Imran Khan. He's always no loan. Come on, some of them we have to loan out. You don't think, Imran Khan? Man says, bye, Johnny. Sixth choice centre back. We need Johnny in there. Come on, guys. What? Like he says, permanent moves. Estelle is more of a permanent one, right? Let's keep the loan. Let's keep the loan option. We gotta be flexible with our finances. So Johnny Evans, I think he's in there. I know Man does not want him, but I think he's got to stay as a rotational player. Um, Johnny Evans, he came, bro. He did the job for us last season, and we can't just like say um, on his forehead just like that. Come on, man. Like he definitely had a very big impact on how we played. Evans is a rotational player. Thank you, Brendan. Thank you for agreeing with me. We need money. That's what bro. We need money, but also, but but also, listen, Imran Khan. A loan for the players that we can sell makes room for maybe another loan for a player that we actually need. Like, think about it that way too. Seriously. Let's look at Donny van de Beek picture on the Man United. Is sad. He looks like he's been taken hostage a few years. I know, Brendan. I saw that and it hurt my feelings. It hurt my feelings. Okay, let's move on to Harry. Harry Maguire. Oh boy. I know we want to sell him. I know we want to sell him. But the truth of the matter, ladies and gentlemen, is Harry has been an okay player. He has the grounds to keep him. He turned around his career last season. We know that from of course he missed the Euros because of his injury. He's becoming more and more um what's the word, injury prone as time goes on, right? But Varane is gone. Lindelof is rumored to be most likely going to Fenerbahce as well. If we get rid of Harry Maguire, what are we doing? Are we not? We're not playing soccer aid, guys. We're playing Premier League. We're playing also Europa League. Come on, King. Nah. You can't say no. We gotta leave him on heavily involved, right, Brendan? Heavily involved. The English delict. Bye. Nah, nah, you guys, nah, come on. Let's be real. Let's be realistic with it. Let's not. This is not a wish list. This is like the clearance sale for this window. Maguire, I want him gone. Okay. Here's the thing. Let's look at the contracts, right? Maguire's contract expires at June 30th, 2025, but with an option for a further year. So we still have a little bit of leeway where we can just say, you know what, we're gonna maybe see if you can raise your value with the performances that you put in. What happens if Delict gets injured the moment he comes in? Who's gonna be there with Martinez? You know, that's why I feel like he's between rotational player, and heavily involved. Let's leave Maguire there for a minute. European League nightmare again. Oh, if the right offer comes, we obviously sell. But all right, let's leave him there. We're not going to put him on heavily involved like Brendan was suggesting. Okay, so just give me a moment first. Let me see if we can go on to the next player really quickly. What about Tom Heaton? Tom Heaton, we know for sure that. Hold on, is this Manj? Manj, I will share the link in a moment, Maji. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Tom Heaton, Tom Heaton. We know Tom Heaton is he's only going to be there for the training sessions. So let's leave Tom Heaton as a rotational player. We can't loan him out nor sell him. Andre Onana, he is more or less, let's not kid ourselves. He's a starter. He's a guaranteed starter. And we have a goalkeeping coach that should be able to improve Andre Onana's skills, right? Otherwise, what are we doing? Um, recruiting coaches for goalkeepers. Brendan says if he has another great season, talking about Maguire, we can sell him to Saudi next winter or summer potentially. Yes, his contract ends 2025, Lucky, but it's still got an edge. We can trigger the +1 on the contract, right? So in this summer transfer window, we keep Maguire. We see how it goes until December, and then from there we make a more informed decision. Like even the January transfer window, if we can find a better center back, you know, then we go in. I'm taking my chances on Willie, says King. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Willie Kambwala, we're going straight to Willie Kambwala after here. Willie Kambwala, for me, he's a rotational player. You want to ease him in. You want to ease him in. You don't want to give him too much, you know? You don't want to give him too much too soon. There we go. Let's by getting his 35 million offers, puppy, we ain't seeing that cash again. Oh, but he's getting 35 million offers. Ooh, Maguire for 35 mil. Wasn't that the same as last season when West Ham was trying to do something around those you know that range? King Maguire open leave if they want to if he wants, sell him, says Lucky. All right, please, no U-turns on the Deadwood players. We want to rise. New season. Let's rise systematically, Imran Khan. Let's not cause chaos. Let's not cause chaos. All right, here we go. Next player. Let's go on to Victor Lindelof. I think Lindelof we have to sell. That's the reason why I'm saying we should keep Maguire. Because I'm looking at Victor Lindelof and say sell. Now, is it criminal? I think not. I think Victor Lindelof, if you ask any Manchester United fan, they'll tell you Victor Lindelof hasn't been looking that confident. Let's be real. He was good. He was good last season, especially in the last third of the season when we had the crisis, the centre back crisis, right? Let's look at what Man says. Boss, the only player I'd keep at United is Mano. Everyone else can go. That is all I had to say.
Oh, no, 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 no.
Manj, I know you don't want to keep anybody, but we were trying to be realistic with this conversation, bro. Rebe in the house. Big up to Rebe says, bro, we need to sell Lindelof and Maguire and bring Antonio Silva to the club. I agree, Rebe. I agree, but we also want to be realistic. Antonio Silva is a foreigner. Maguire has also that English, quota. He's helping us keep the English quota as well. Let's not forget we cannot get rid of all the English players. By the way, and not and bring in foreigners. So we need to keep Maguire also for that reason, not just his reliability. Let's go to Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Aaron Spider-Man Wan-Bissaka. Now I know some people want to sell him. Some people want to keep him. He goes in the rotational bank for me. Wan-Bissaka, and here's my reason. Here is my reasoning. Wan-Bissaka, for me, I haven't seen a defender that gives me the confidence that anytime Alan San Maxima comes, he's cooking, you know? Anytime Jeremy Doku comes, I don't want the fullbacks that will be sent to go to the shops to do grocery shopping. Ask Diogo Dalo if he has done shopping for Doku before. He'll tell you. You know? King says it's getting out of hand. King. Hold on, hold on, hold on. If the right offer comes and we are able to find the right replacement, I'm down. I'm down to get rid of Wan-Bissaka. But for now, the confidence that Wan-Bissaka gives me, I do not want him to be heavily involved. I do not want him to be a starter. He can't overlap. We need a style of play, says King. I hear it. I hear it. And I respect that opinion. But can we give Wan-Bissaka one more season? Let's see if he can actually develop. Because I saw Wan-Bissaka with was it? They were doing rondos one time when the confidence was high on that right hand side and we were actually cooking. You know, let's keep Wan-Bissaka for the times when we face the wingers that are really, really, really good and we don't know where we want to go. You know, right now, I feel like Wan-Bissaka should be a rotational player and stay. I will share the link, by the way. I will share the link, and then I want to hear all your disagreements. Tyrell Malasia, this is the moment for Tyrell Malasia to be involved as a rotational player as well. Come on, you have to be available for rotation, Tyrell. I'm hoping we can see the Tyrell from 2 seasons ago. Sandro Martinez, let's not beat about the bush. You're a guaranteed starter, my friend. Straight up. Luke the Shaw. I want to sell Luke Shaw. But the truth of the matter is Luke Shaw is not going to be available. It's not going to be for sale like that. I don't think it will happen easily like that. I want him to go away, but Luke Shaw is going to be heavily involved. He's between rotational player and heavily involved. Now, Tyrell Malasia is already on rotational player, and Luke Shaw is going to be heavily involved, injury permitting. On his day, Luke Shaw is actually a really good left back, and he can also play left center back. And let's be honest, yes, Brendan says keep Shaw, keep Shaw. Lucky says Luke Shaw should be sold. Sell him. King is tired. We can't sell everybody. We can't sell. Keep Shaw as replacement for Martinez, right? Exactly, Jarwick. The left center back position needs also somebody else that can be there. I know, you're exhausted, King. I know. But we have to be realistic. Of course, in the long term, we're getting rid of Luke Shaw. But Diogo Dallo, no ifs, buts, or maybes about it. Heavily involved, actually, probably starter. Let's be honest. Mason Mount. Rotational Mount. If I could loan him out, I'd loan him out, but I don't think anybody's gonna come to loan him. Let's be real. Let's be real. Oh boy, let's see. Let's see. Can we get in a few more in here? um that is Luke Shaw. That's the story of Luke Shaw, right? And Mason Mount. Now, Bayern Deer, if I could sell Bayendir or loan him out just so he can get some game time, because Bayendir, let's be honest, how is he only gonna be like when he plays? How old is he? 26 years of age, brother. Do not waste the best of your time at Man United, please, please, Bayendir, go on loan. We got Tom Heaton, but I know you need more than just Tom Heaton in an actual big squad. So if Andre Onana gets injured, you call in Bayern there before you call in Tom Heaton. So he's available for loan, but I guess I'll consider him a rotational player. I guess. Shola Shoretire, come on. Stop. Let's be serious. Put that guy on loan. Put him on loan. Right? Mount heavily involved. King, what are you? Lucky says Mason Mount, I'm keeping it. I need play a little bit more in position. Exactly. Yale says Mount is going no isn't going anywhere. Maguire, I did hear that Ashworth is trying to remove him from the club. I hear it. I hear it. That's why I think he's gonna be there as a rotational player. All right. Mason Mount, I'm keeping. Need play a little bit more in position. We already read that one. Vegeta says, "Woi!" He's already having reservations. There's some criminal decisions have been made here. All right, Alejandro Garnacho, heavily involved. Rasmus Hoyland, heavily involved, or almost starter. Him and Xerxes will have to fight it out. Jaden Sancho, if he can figure it out with Eric Ten Hag. I'm really curious about that Jaden Sancho and Xerxes chemistry. Guys, this is the partnership that nobody in the Premier League is ready for. If they could figure it out, hypothetically speaking, we would really cook. But for me, he is available for sale. Anthony, left foot Larry. The decision is final from me. The moment we signed Anthony, I said, Anthony, you get 2 years. 2 years have passed. I am done with Anthony. Let's see how many more we can get in here. I think, oh, we already got Mason Mount in there already. No need to bring him up again. Now, Kobe Maino. Kobe Maino is starter. Scott McTominay. Scott McTominay. Well, Scott McTominay. I need help on this one, guys. What do we say? Scott McTominay. Hell, Brendan says. Sale, this is the guy who was bailing us out last season. Don't you remember what he did? Brendan, you have amnesia? Scott McHide and Seek. Jai's tired, says Hawk. Sell. Okay. Scotty Too Hotty, sell. Wow, everybody wants to sell him. Papi, think about your life. You're keeping Maguire, Wan-Bissaka, and Sancho, but selling Anthony. Think about your life.
Oh my God!
Come on, man. Come on. Anthony, if Eric Ten Hag is potentially playing his last game for Manchester United, FA Cup final, one of the arguably the most important game we played last season, and he does not start Anthony, who we purchased for a long for for how much, right? That's not his fault, the price, right? But it's his fault for not being able to put up the performances that warrant him a a starting spot. That's all up to Anthony. Of course, everybody has stuff going on off the field, but nah, I do not need more than 2 years to make up my mind on somebody, and I think the 2 years have passed for me. First year was good. The numbers could have been way better. Second year was just a big
What the hell? Oh my
get out of
God!
here,
No
man.
way!
Yeah. Scott rotation for now, says halftime with Vegeta. Okay. I'm liking it. Rotation. Come on. We have too many rotation players. You see, we're actually running out of space in our rotation chart. All right. So Scott McTominay, I think I have to, with a broken heart, say you are up for sale. With a broken heart. Dan Gore, what about Daniel Gore, guys? Loan or rotational player? Anthony right back next season. Just watch, says King. All right. We will be there. King says this is ridiculous. Loan, Daniel Go, right? Okay. All right. Thank you. At least Brendan's got my back on this one. Loan, Dan Go. I agree with you. I think Dan Go needs some time. Willie Kambwala, rotational player. He's actually more of a backup, but we'll put him because we don't have a backup section in here. Okay, let's go to Donny, sell Donny, Marcus Rashford. Might ruffle some feathers with this one. And go rotation, says King. Okay, let's King, please, please lead the way on Marcus Rashford. Here I have something that I'm gonna say that is going to not be, and it's not gonna go down well. Brendan says sell Rashford. Vegeta says sell Rashford. King says keep Rashford.
Oh my God.
I'm rocking with King on this one. One more. Guys, we know that Rashford is hot, cold. Now, last season he was cold. Like, like bad season, good season, bad season, good season. Last season was a bad season. Why are you gonna sell him when it's time for him to have a good season? How about we let him have one good season, and then, matter of fact, we don't even wait January. We can start shopping him, putting him on the shop window. That is where I'm saying. That's where I'm standing with Marcus Rashford. Let's keep him. Let's keep him and be serious about our club. We're not trying to do a Chelsea situation here. Hold on a second. We're not trying to do a Chelsea situation here. We want to make sure that we. Who's this calling me? Hold on one second. Aha. Okay. I thought it was a work call. Pardon me for that. But okay, Jigga in the house. Big up to Jigga. Jigga says, loan Rashford to PSG. How does that make sense, Jigga? A loan? They've no. They have enough money, that the money that we're paying Mbappe, they need to now figure out that can go to Rashford. So no loan, sell Rashford if PSG come. But for now, the strategy is like this: we play him as soon as the season starts and make sure he hits the ground running. And we know he's hot and cold. That's our secret, right? The moment he hits form, we sell him when the stocks are high. That's how you do business, guys. Like, can we actually be proper businessmen for a moment and not make emotional decisions? Anthony's a defensive winger. Why aren't we playing him at right back? Says King says. Come on. Let's be serious. You saw Anthony when he was asked to play left back. He was so pissed off. King, come on. Let's be real. Let's be real. All right. Next person, really quickly. Let's go to Hannibal. Hannibal, the cannibal. I think this is the one that we loan or sell. Either one, please. Christian Eriksen, when does Eriksen's contract expired? 2025, June 30th, 2025. I think this one is going to expire with us. Every time Bots has lunch, he thinks of Rashford. Every time. Right? Nah. I'm tired of Rashford, but I want us to make a smart decision with him. That's all. That's all that I'm saying, Brendan. That is all I'm saying, bro. If he does not hit the ground running, we're in the mud, says Imran. That's exactly where I'm at with it, Imran. He is hot, he's cold, and we know that next season or this coming season, he's going to be on fire. So let's actually keep the guy. I'm sorry if this opinion is not liked, but that is where I stand with Rashford today. Now, next week we could check in, and I could be in a different place. But I feel like he still has something that he can offer us. Let's not discard him all the way like that. Sell him when the stock is high is the strategy. Christian Eriksen, if somebody wants to buy Eriksen right now, please come and buy him. Please. I'll put him right there on the sell list. Casemiro, let's be realistic with it. We know that if it's not for the Saudis, Casemiro is not going anywhere. If the Saudis don't pop up the funds, Casemiro is not going anywhere. So we leave him right there as a rotational to heavily involved player and hope that he can pick up form. We're stuck with Casemiro with the wages he has. Vegeta says unsubscribe. Vegeta, it's true. It's true though. you know what are we gonna do? Like, who wants Casemiro? Not even Atletico Madrid. And I don't think he'd commit that sin to go from Real Madrid to Man United and then Atletico Madrid. You know? King says this is supposed to be a clear out stream, but it's more like a relocation to the garage. But it's a realistic clear out, King. Realistic. I want to sell Casemiro. That's why I'm saying if the right price. Okay, let's do this. Let's put him in the sale. I want to sell him. I want to make sure that this is understood that I want to sell him, but where he stands is like if the right offer does not come, he is going to be staying there with us, right? All right, let's look at the last three players. Facundo Pelestri. Facundo Pelestri. Yeah, I want to keep Facundo Pelestri, but I feel like we're stuck between rotational player and loan. Ahmad, he has to be involved. Maybe not heavily, but he has to be involved. Bruno Fernandez, let's not play games here. And I think the last player that we did not touch on was what's his name? They put him in black and white. Where is he at? We did Dango, we did Hannibal, Marcus Rashford. Jadon Sancho. Did we do Jadon Sancho? I think we did. There he is. There he is. There he is. There he is. All right. Now, the thing does not even want to load him. They put him in black and white, and the computer does not even want to load him. This is well telling that he should be sold. He should be sold. There it is. Sell, sell, sell. Greenwood is black and white. I know. And the computer does not want to load him into the thing. I think the signs are clear. Greenwood, it's all in black and white, fam. The time has come for you to leave. All right, now let me hear Vegeta cuss me out. And King says, let's hear. The link is in the chat. If you want to come through Manj as well and share your opinion really quickly, I know you wrote it out earlier on, but as we are closing out this stream, check Amrabat. Why is he still on the Man United page with a new shirt? Says Brendan. That is true. I thought we had Amrabat in there too, you know. Amrabat. There's Sofian Amrabat. You know, Amrabat, we may have reached the limit, I guess, of the pictures or whatever. But if Amrabat, for me, Amrabat, I'll keep him as a rotational player. That's where I stand with him. It's just that simple. Keep 100%, says Imran, and I'm with you on that one. Keep. Lindelof, McTominay, Casemiro, Ericsson, Jadon Sancho will be sold. Amrabat is staying. Big up Lucky for that. And yeah, guys, this is the Man United squad clear out, not garage relocation. And it's looking like that. 5 starters: Onana, Martinez, Dallo, Kobe Maino, Bruno. 5 players to be heavily involved: Luke Shaw, Garnacho, Rasmus Højlund, unfortunately, Marcus Rashford, and Ahmad Diallo as well. He'll be involved. Maybe not as heavily as the other 4. And then rotational players, we have Johnny Evans, Harry Maguire, Tom Heaton, Willie Kambwala, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Tyrell Malacia, Mason Mount, number 7, and Bayande, Altay Bayande, Willie Kambwala, and Facundo Pelestri. The players that are available for loan: Shola Shoretire, Dan Go, and Hannibal. Hold on. Victor Lindelof, supposed to be sold. Sancho, Anthony, McTominay, Van der Beek, Ericsson, and Casemiro, especially Casemiro if the right price comes in. Now, let's hear the opinion of the man himself, King Says, and see what he agrees and disagrees with. Brother, King, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right, all right, all right. Cuss me out. What were you going to say?
Papi, what are we doing here? Papi? What
This is
is
a
this?
realistic clear out, King
It's not
says.
realistic. You're giving Sancho. You're giving Sancho.
No, 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 no,
Why?
no, 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 no. He's in the sell list, King. Come on, look properly now. Right here, Sancho. Here, sell list. You see,
I can't tell. You didn't zoom in enough.
there he is.
It could have
Sell.
been some other brother. And
Wait.
Maguire. Why? 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 Why are you doing this, bruh? Why?
Maguire, we need an English player. Braithwaite is not gonna come for cheap.
Listen, man. We can find someone else. All right, we can find someone else that can play in a high line. First of all, second of all, we're not keeping Maguire. We are not keeping Aaron Wan-Bissaka. We need to do better, and most definitely, we shouldn't be keeping Luke Shaw. Why?
Look, who's coming in looking for Luke Shaw? We're stuck with him, bro. It's the truth. It's unfortunate. It's a sad truth to swallow, but that's the truth, though. Nobody is coming in. They know that Luke Shaw is dead wood, bro, and we have to raise the value for him. You know, he's been sharpening up with Gareth Southgate. This is the time for him to come in and perform, bro.
Listen,
Yeah,
Botswana Papi, listen.
yeah.
We need to swap Luke Shaw. I don't care if
Okay,
it's a swap deal. Yeah. I don't care
okay.
if £5 million. I want Luke Shaw out of my club. I am so done. Get Saudi on the phone call. I'll call them myself.
I
I'll
hear it.
beg. I'll go to the Saudi prince and beg.
I hear it. I
Beg.
hear it. I hear it. Well said, brother. Well said. I hear it. Let me hear somebody else's opinion on this real quick, yeah? Big up King. Big up King says. Let's hear Munch. Munch, what did you say, bro?
I want to shout out to King Stressed over there. Hope he's all right. Hope he's having a good day and that.
Yeah, he didn't
Um,
even see that Jaden Sancho was on the sell list.
I know, like I'm a Jadon Sancho fan myself. I'll be honest with you, but I think it's
Yeah.
him. It's time for him to go as well. But we're gonna
Okay.
bypass that. What I'm gonna say is, that list so everyone has their own choices to make. I'm not going to disagree or
Yeah.
agree with any choices that make. Everyone's going to have their own prerogatives, whether it's going to be keeps or alone. It's all up to Ineos what they want to do. It's all up to the brother what they want to do. People are going to be so unhappy one way or another. And yeah, man, enjoy the chaos, man. That's all I got to
All
say.
right. Big up, man. Big up,
Yeah.
man. Let's hear Vegeta. Let's hear Vegeta. Brother Vegeta. You're the one that's gonna close up the
What?
stream.
Nah, bro. I even have to be like yo-yo for 3 seconds, bro. Ah, this club.
What are you disagreeing
What
with?
are you? A lot. You know,
Be
at
quick with
least
it. Be
sixty
quick with it.
percent of those ones. Okay, at least 60% of those guys should be on sale. Is it realistic?
Sure,
Maybe
but we're
not.
not trying to do it
Maybe
Chelsea
not.
here, bro. It has to be a systematic sale. Like what we can't sell everything.
Systematic for what? The reasons we use don't make sense. How can we say I've only seen Anthony for one season? It's good enough. But then you say purple merchant. Come on, Rashi. Hot or cold? We don't know. Are we getting winter? Are we getting summer with you? But we'll give
No,
you
we
another
know,
chance.
we know.
I'm
After
tired,
summer
bro.
is the winter. After the winter is the summer. It's clear.
He's consistently inconsistent, bro. Then that guy has to go immediately, in my opinion. Sell Rashford. Luke Shaw, don't even sell him. Give him away. That one, I mean, he spends more time in hospital than on the pitch. What are we even selling? There's nothing to sell with Luke Shaw. Get rid of him. That's fine.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay. All right. And
But
then who else?
other than that, Tom Heaton, go be a coach, man. Why are you here?
We need three. We need three. And
Go get somebody in the under 21s then, bro. Tom Heaton is just taking space. Go be a coach.
this is the list we're about to go submit to Ineos.
We're
Who
tr-
else are you changing? One more,
we're
one more player.
we're trying to sign two center backs, and we've still got Evans and Maguire in rotation. Crackheads. Get rid of both of them.
English, we need at least two English, like the quota, brother. The English quota. Come on.
Go if it's just for quota. Academy once again. Let's stop doing this. Go promote academy.
Okay, okay. All
If it's
right.
just for the sake of quota, academy.
I hear it. I hear it. Okay. Good point. Good point. Good point. Yeah, maybe but that's why Willing Kambala is there, and maybe we'll see if we
Exactly.
can get another center back that is worthwhile from the academy. Okay. And then in terms of the players that are heavily involved, anybody that you disagree with or starter?
Casemiro dead out of here.
Okay. Who else?
Starters. Nah, I'm fine with the starters. I'm actually happy with that. I
All
mean,
right. All right.
unless we
All
get a
right. All
really
right.
good goalkeeping option, I'm happy with this.
Okay, okay, all right, all right. Big up, Vegeta, bro. I don't want to make the stream too long. I actually have a work commitment that I have to follow up on. But big shout out to everybody that's been tuned in and liking and also agreeing and disagreeing, because this is what the space is for. It's all about our opinions, because your opinion matters, and obviously at the end of the day, the Ineos gang is the one that makes the decision. So we shall see what they say about this clear out. Ladies and gentlemen, I unfortunately have to make moves. And yeah, I think we will be back analyzing, looking at the transfer targets, and looking at how they rank in our little tier list tomorrow. We'll do this tomorrow. So big up to you. Thank you for being here. Mason Greenwood will be gone as well. And just like that, we are gone. And you can let me know in the comments, by the way, if you strongly disagree or agree with any of the opinions that were mentioned today. We'll end with Brendan's comment saying a player from the under 21 team should be playing on a regular basis. That's why your third keeper is generally at the end of his career, as he won't mind sitting on the bench doing nothing. That is true. That is true. But at the same time, Brendan, you need, like, what happens if Onana is injured? We need to think about that. So Bayern becomes the first choice, and then who's there when Bayern on the bench on match day? And then somebody, like I get the whole thing that we wanna able to have balance in the squad, and that's what we should strive for. But at the same time, with especially the goalkeeping position itself, we have to be a little bit more strategic with it. We can't just say we'll get a guy from the under 21s. I hear like the opinions that were mentioned about the center backs, but I'm a little bit pushing back with it and saying we need Johnny Evans in there, we need Harry Maguire in there, and that is the bottom line. Anyway, what is your bottom line? Don't forget to let me know, and like, share, and subscribe, and all that stuff. We out of here. Peace. Football Power Hour.